Fellow parents, here again, Nancy KN. I'm a counseling psychologist and a youth mentor. So today I want to talk about Form 4 leavers. Wao wamemaliza tu exams saa hizi. They are our children. Before anything else, akifika home, let us wish them all the best. Hata kama wamemaliza, we tell them congratulations before the results. Kwa sababu gani? Imagine ameenda all the way. This is a big milestone. And don't forget, not everybody has gone up to that level. Now, I'm not talking about people who dropped out because of reasons that were beyond them. I'm talking about somebody alikataa tu shule, si imefanyika. Lakini wako amemaliza, ameenda all the way. Because of that, congratulations. Then, amefika. What do you talk about? Don't forget ni mtu amefanya exam a whole month. Wengine they started kitambo, wamefanya maybe 1.5 months. Uni mtu akona anxiety, just like all of us when you are waiting for any result. So akifika home, the first thing to talk about is not the exams. Ati so exams ilikuwa aje? Hapana. Acha mtu afike, let them relax. Don't talk about school because hiyo moment haikuangi poa sana. And don't forget, after any exam, mtu kwa kijua pahali amejigauge, mtu kwa amejigauge pahali. So this person knows, hii exam nimecheza poa, hii exam nini. Na hata kama amecheza poa, sikuna hiyo fatigue. So give them time first to settle, to unwind. Then later, akisha kaka amerelax, depending on personality ya mtu, kuna yule atakuja tu akwambie exam ilikuwa hivi na hivi. Kuna mwingine utaona tu hataki hiyo story. Kuna ule mwingine utakakaa umulize, so how are the exams? Akwambie achana hiyo story, leave it at that. Mwingine atakwambia okay, it was vile tu iko. Mwingine hataki kuongea hiyo story. Okay, let them give them that support, kwa sababu what can change at this point? Nothing. Then, exam imefanyika, tumeagree we shall not talk about the exam every day. Hatutaamuka kila siku tukisema wewe, ujue imebakisha siku 34 exam results yanaonsiwe, hapana. We shall not dwell on that. But as a parent, it is very important you know their mind, you know what they aspire to do. Kwa sababu amemaliza Form 4, ataenda kole. What will they do in college? This is now the time to talk. You're not talking about this because you've never talked about it before, but sasa hii time imefika. So we shall have this talk of, by the way, what are your preferences? What course would you want to pursue? Which uni do you want to join? Which college do you want to join? Because of that, you shall listen to them. They will tell you what they would want to do. Because everybody has aspirations. Then you shall refer them to age appropriate seminars, mentorship programs, workshops, where people will talk about courses, different courses. Let them talk to somebody who is already doing a course they are interested in. Let them talk to somebody who is even finished kusoma kitambo sana, anafanya job ya hiyo along hiyo line anataka. Let them visit a hospital for those ones interested in medical stuff. Let them visit a teacher. Let them visit a law firm. Let them talk to a lawyer, talk to a mechanic, talk to somebody in whatever field they are interested in. Wewe kama mzazi, ni jukumu letu umsaidie ku-research on that. Let them have a full understanding of what they want to pursue. Kwa sababu sometimes inakuwa just an illusion ama imagination. It is so easy to say what I would want to pursue, but do I have in-depth information on that course that I so much want to do? Sometimes akiketi chini na mtu ameifanya, askize challenges, askize so many things, so many aspects, pros and cons, risks involved, mtu uchange. Sometimes hiyo course anaiogopa kwa sababu ya hearsay. We dwell so much on hearsay. Fear ingine unakuanga umewekewa, ukisikia jina kubwa kubwa ya course ameogopa. Before results, wacha akuina as much information as possible ndio ikuwe ina mguide. Then know the date of exam results announcement. Hiyo itafanya pia umpatie mutual support by you being there. You being there haitakuwa ati unakaa ukimwambia sasa unaona kama utapata ngapi. Hapana, you are there to give them support. This is a grown up. Si sasa ule alikuwa kitambo wa class 8. Huyu ni mtu amemaliza form 4. Ni mtu hata saa zingine ako na ID already, ama age inakubalisha. Labda ako na simu yake. Kama ako na simu yake, wacha hiyo siku results inanaunziwa, akweyedi atajiangalilia. If they do not own a phone, you have a phone, mupatie hiyo simu yako, wacha aangalie results. Then ashaangalia. Give them time to react to that results. Kwa sababu at the end of it all ni yake. Alafu do not play too anxious. Kwa sababu utajua tu, relax kidogo, wacha ashangilie kwanza, wacha afanye whatever atafanya, na kujua don't forget kuna mtu atapata marks kubwa sana, aanze kulia ama aanze kuscream. Just let them be for that moment. Then amekuja amekuambia result. Pia wewe take your time to react. Hapa we have to be very very careful, fellow parents, kwa sababu ile reaction utatoa depending on amepata ngapi, it may not end up so well. Na si kwa sasa peke yake, it may have a very big long term effect. So for example, amepata ile marks wewe hukutarajia, according to you hiyo ni kidogo sana, sio ile ulikuwa umetarajia. Avoid saying anything at that point. I would rather you keep quiet kuliko useme kitu sasa utarudi whereas. And don't forget, words already spoken can never ever be taken back. I would rather kama unaona inayo performance inakaa vile inataka, you keep quiet first. Later ask them, so how do you feel about your performance? That one is even better. Then kuna huyo atakuwa ameperform vizuri sana, achieve target yake, ameperform vile mlikuwa mna expect. Akitafadhali, and especially mothers, it is not your time to broadcast. By the way, I learned they are not so happy when you broadcast their result to everybody. Do it with their consent. These are adults we are dealing with, and si kila kitu lazima wewe ufanye. Sometimes they are not very very comfortable about everybody getting to know what they performed. And I'm not talking about underperformance, I'm talking about any performance. Lazima yeye mwenyewe akuwe comfortable na wewe kutangaza. And then do not judge them by their performance. Performance does not define a person. Sometimes amepata kubwa sana, so utaishi ukimsifu. How about other areas? Will you neglect other areas just because amepass vizuri sana? Hapana. Will you neglect other areas of very high performance just because of academic underperformance? Hapana. Let us be very very careful. At the end of it all, huyu ni mtoto wako. Hiyo kitu amepata hata yeye anajua. They are able to analyze, they are able to judge by what they have gotten. And then do not forget to give to reward in a good way, logically, where it's needed. Rewarding does not necessarily mean buying something you may not even have the money to buy, but give a reward by giving a good word, telling them, hey, congratulations, umefanya vizuri sana, nini. Na pia yule unafikiria underperform, and by this sometimes wazazi, sometimes what we think is low ni poa sana, because sometimes we say it is bad because we compare to another person. Do not compare performance yake na ya mtu mwingine, hata kama wako siblings, hata kama walikuwa in the same class, kwa sababu people are not the same. Hiyo wewe unafikiria ni low, kwake labda it's the best, kwake iko sawa sana, kwa sababu yeye anajijua. Sometimes ignorantly they may be very comfortable na hiyo amepata. Later utamuonesha why it is not the best. Pole. Do not forget, always remember huyu ni mtoto wako, and there are those things you can never delegate. Parenting will never be delegated. Afanye nini, asifanye nini, ni mtoto wako. That is why we do it realistically, logically, and with a lot of love. Then, hii time yote ya waiting for the results, we know it takes a bit of time. What are they going to do? They have so much freedom. Sasa hataenda tuition vile alikuwa amezoea kwenda tuition. Atafanya nini akuwe busy, asikuwe idle? If you are able, if you can afford, let them take short courses. This is the time people go for driving lessons, kama akona ID. This is the time they will go for a course like beauty therapists. They learn at this point, if possible, if they're interested. Let them do courses like baking. Let them learn a skill. If you run a business, enda na yeye hapo. A skill learned will always be there. Haitawaisha. And sometimes they may also develop an interest akukua nayo akishaingia kwa hiyo line of business that you do. Let them do videography. Let them go to a school and teach. If they are interested, if you know a school they can, let them tutor others, younger ones, in music, in instruments, in the church, anywhere. Let them do a bit of farming. Hata kama hawapendi, introduce it to them kwa sababu you never know. At this point, people are so blank. Talk about courses now and again, every time, kwa sababu if you wait for results, sometimes utakuwa lost. And mzazi, before you also give your preference of what they need to do, let them talk about themselves. And at this point, I'm very, very sure, wazazi wengi sana, you know your child. Unajua passion yake, unajua interest, unajua talents, you know what they may not do. Do not force them to take a course that they may not be interested in. Sometimes it is the way of your communicating a message that inafanya akatae hiyo course. Get somebody else to talk to them about it. Do not be so dictatorial kwa sababu sometimes unaweza lose akikataa kufanya kitu just because you communicated in a bad way. Let us take time together with them tuongee, understand where they are coming from, why they would not want to do this, instead they would want to do this. Sometimes what makes them not do a particular course is ignorance peke yake. Juu hajui na amesikiza so much hate speech, amesikiza so much hearsay, amepata mtu alimtreat vibaya, akafikiria I will never do that. Then let them also understand your area of work. Unfortunately, sometimes our children, even as at that age, they may not even know what we do because we assume vitu zile nafanya watoto hawapaswi kujua. Let them also understand about legal things, illegalities. Let them know that it's not only about money that people work. Let them know ethics. You remember that you have been teaching them about good morals, values, principles, everything that is that makes a person. Let them not deviate from that. The fact that mtu amemaliza form 4 akona freedom, hatavaa uniform, haimaanishi that parental guidance has ended. It has begun, by the way, but sasa on a different level. So I wish them all the best. Let us maintain good morals, good values. Tusikubalishe anxiety isitumalize as we wait for the results. And again, I will say, let us hope for the best success as they also enjoy the long holiday, the new phase in life, the new way of doing things. And Merry Christmas. Bye.